Okay, y'all. So today, my hair is up because it's really hot. I mean, it's like literally the heat index says it's 105. Um, yeah, 105, and it's 10:30ish in the morning. Yeah, we hadn't even got to the hottest part of the day. But that's why my hair's up, because I'm about to be getting busy. But before I get really busy, I just wanted to hop on and tell you today's profound revelation. It's so funny how God decides to just share things with us at different times and different ways, and He knows how each of us will receive things and what'll really get our attention and when. And as someone who has been in the throes of like a job search for full-time work, I do a lot of freelance stuff, but I'd really just like to be able to do something full-time. So I'm constantly tweaking and revamping my resume, and that's like a full-time job sometimes. And it just seems like right now it's a matter of you have to become your own hype man, right? If you know what I mean. It's like it's almost like you just have to keep putting everything out there that you do to make yourself look better than everybody else, and especially when you become a certain age. And I know that, that's like that would be an HR nightmare if anybody ever admitted that they didn't want to hire somebody that's of a certain age, but that's a reality, so I'm not even complaining about it. But it's kind of an interesting thing when you think about it, that we have all this experience, or I do. I've got a lot of experience, a lot of different things. I have a lot of skills, and I continue to build my skills because I'm kind of a proverbial forever learner. I just enjoy learning. Yes, I am that person. I'm the nerd. But you can put your skills and your experiences and your abilities on paper, and you think, well, that'll stand alone. No, not in this day and time. It does not stand alone typically. So it's almost like you have to really build yourself up on your resume, and that is just not something I am comfortable doing. And I try, and when I do and I read it, I'm like, God, I sound like such a pompous jerk, and I can't stand that. So I'm constantly going back and editing myself on paper all the time. So I literally have just kind of been thinking, Lord, and I hadn't even truly been praying into it, but I have these little conversations when I'm not stopping what I'm doing, and it is in prayerful thought, but it's not just sitting down and just having that time. But lately I have been like, Lord, I am so sick to death of this resume, and I'm sick of seeing myself in this resume. I just need to do something different. And y'all, when I tell you that this morning I got slapped, but it was in such a good way, because it basically is it's changing the way that I'm gonna be tweaking my resume next. I'm gonna start on it, if not today, tomorrow, and really dive into it. But Luke 14 verse 11, I'm gonna read it to you. It says, "For those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted." When I tell you that just like completely shifted my perspective, because I'm not always humble, that is for sure. And I have had to be humbled in a lot of areas that I wasn't humble about or humble in. But right now, just trying to find that balance and trying to redo specifically my resume, I'm going to see if I can't find that balance. And I'm not going to do it through Claude or ChatGPT. I'm going to do it through the Holy Spirit, because He's the one that knows me, and He's the one that understands true meekness and humbleness and gentleness and kindness and self-control and love. Yeah, you get it. The fruits of the Spirit. But I'm really gonna do it that way. And if it comes across as weak or whatever, then that's just on the person that reads it, because I'm gonna showcase what I know. I'm gonna showcase my experience. I'm gonna showcase what I do, what I have done, what I can do. But I'm not gonna sit there and make it sound like self-grandiose. Bleh. I don't know how to spell bleh, but that's what we're doing. So, yeah, new perspective on my resume. So how might that speak to you in another area of your life? Maybe it has to do with your resume. Maybe it has to do with, I don't know, sometimes the way we approach people. specifically as parents, how we approach our kids even. You know, there needs to be a sense of authority and discipline and respect from our kids, but sometimes I think we can go pretty hard with that too when we want to get our point across to our kids. So how are we coming across to our kids? I don't know. What about with friends or loved ones in general? How are we coming across? In church, in leadership roles, how are we coming across? If you ever sense that you feel like you are having to sell yourself, it can mean that you just need to recalibrate a little bit. Let the Lord recalibrate you in what it is you're doing and thinking and how you're approaching a thing. If you are overselling what you do to a point to where you're nervous if someone's going to call you out on it at some point, it might be time to take a step back. So, all of that to say this, that's helped me to think things through a little differently on my resume. So I'm kind of looking forward to redoing it, which blows my mind that I'd even say that and mean it. But I'm going to go and abide in that.